Welcome back to Bike Matters. Full of chugging charm and good looks, you can join me today as I explore just what the 125cc retro motorcycle has to offer the market for 2022 in this brand new video. Kicking the list off today is a familiar face. You may be sitting here thinking this bike looks familiar, and you'd be right, because whilst it's changed its name, the Bluroc Hero 125 visually remains pretty much unchanged from when it was formerly known as the Bullet Hero 125. Politics of why the brand changed their name aside, the Bluroc Hero is a great looking bike, and whilst its £3,199 price will appeal to those without the larger budget, it remains a decent choice for those looking to get their leg over a retro model for the first time. Up next, pumping out 11 ponies, power isn't going to be mental, and being Chinese built, the MASH Dirt Track 125 won't be crazy when it comes to spec either, but it still looks good, and that's the most important quality in this category. It's all done to look good. With no thrills or fancy tech and styling to reflect old times, the Dirt Track 125 only costs £2,699, which not only means it sits at the lower end of the pricing spectrum, but also means it's one of the cheapest on the list today, and therefore will be more than affordable for most. Next, with its chunky tyres, scrambler features and fruity colour choices, blazing orange being particularly nice, the AJS71 Desert Scrambler will suit those looking to hack it around town on a retro-styled steed. Built to commemorate the success of AJS's US sales manager Mike Jackson in the 1971 Mojave Desert Race, it actually has the history to back up those retro looks too. With an air-cooled motor reaching 9.9 horsepower and CBS, spec isn't going to blow you away, but as already discussed, it's not necessarily about the equipment in this category. Yes, having features such as a liquid-cooled engine and ABS will be the cherry on top, but what it looks like is what's going to help these types of bikes sell so well. Therefore, through a blend of average spec, not so crazy power, trendy styling and bargain bucket £2,899 price tag, the AJS71 Desert Scrambler sits comfortably and competes well with the other Chinese 125s on today's list. It's the exposed, the raw and the industrial-like metal bodywork that works so well for the Herald Classic 125. The chrome detailing, sculpted teardrop fuel tank, spoked wheels, flat rider seat and pea-shooter exhaust make it a retro roadster worth talking about. Could I even say it has similarities of an old school scaled down Bonneville? What do you think? Is that a fair comparison? We can be picky and point out that the spec on the Herald Classic 125 is a tad basic and budget, but with it being Chinese built, we're expecting that. Arm's Scrambler X Cafe 125 has super cool retro styling galore. From the tan leather tuck roll seat, sculpted fuel tank, scrambler style side plates and wire spoked wheels, it's really quite nice to look at indeed. For all its good looks though, it's still going to be Chinese built and therefore share quite a lot of similarities with some of the others. That includes the air-cooled engine, average power output and CBS. However, that also means the price will be lower. We've hit the halfway point, so I just want to give a quick shout out to Lexham Insurance who help power us here at Bike Matters. They are motorcycle and scooter insurance specialists and offer great rates on most two-wheelers. So if you are looking for a new quote and are based in the UK, click the top right hand corner now for a £20 discount. If you've enjoyed the video so far, don't forget to give us a like and make sure to let us know your favourite 125 retro motorcycle in the comments below. Now let's get back to the video and find out who made the final 5. Whilst the first few bikes have been pretty similar, standard and straight out of the factory models, just with a different tank badge, Mutt and their British-born but Chinese-built machines set themselves apart from the rest. By adding an extra scoop of goodies and sprinkling of modifications, they take the average retro 125 motorcycle and give it an edge. This is especially prevalent when looking at the Mutt Akita, the model kicking off today's final 5. The devil really is in the detail here, and Mutt have graced this pooch with classy finishing touches in the form of a custom tanned seat, handmade steel mudguard brackets and branded handlebar ends. These added accessories and quality touch-ups are why the Akita sits slightly higher than the rest. It's also why Mutt can warrant and get away with slapping a few extra pounds onto that price tag. FB Mondial's HPS 125 is a real poser. Also known as the hipster, a highlight on this bike is the styling. It brings a classic swag and grown-up cafe racer looks to the 125 retro market. She's a real stunner, and as an added bonus, it doesn't just look good in one colourway, but in a choice of 5. With titanium icon stripes, black gold stripes and grey black stripes, you also get ABS. But it's CBS all the way if you choose either the titanium yellow stripes or white red stripes. Overall, with its gorgeous Italian styling, better finishing and more than ample components, including a liquid-cooled engine, your quid's in here because FB Mondial HPS 125 only costs £3,799. With history dating back to the 1960s, Fantic have built their bikes and reputation in their Italian-based factory. The Caballero Scrambler 125 is the most expensive choice on the list, and you're definitely paying for the privilege of riding one. As high as it is, it's the price that pays for this bike's Italian origins, unique looks and brand badge and quality, as well as a pretty decent list of spec that includes a liquid-cooled engine, 14.7 horses, a slipper clutch, VVA system and ABS. You don't want to underestimate just how iconic and popular this next bike is. I'd even argue and say it's the most iconic on the list today. With a pretty strong reputation already, Honda's Monkey is based upon the mini bikes that came before it. Yes, you may have looked slightly comical riding one with your arms and legs sticking out at sharp angles, similar to a circus monkey, hence the name, but it's the level of commutability that makes it such a big seller. Nowadays, with an extremely light 104 curb weight, this modern monkey continues to be just as good as a commuter. Alongside that, with its Diddy fuel tank, short mudguards, little wheels and coloured suspension, it's instantly recognisable and continues to rock the retro look. I love the way Honda have paired the chrome detailing with a funky pearl glimmering blue paint job too. At the end of the day, what isn't to love about this teeny tiny tiddler? It's a small bike that brings high levels of fun. Yes, this cheeky monkey may cost almost 4k and houses an air-cooled engine that won't be as powerful as some, but that's not the point of this bike. Being so small with a still respectable 9.2 horsepower output is the fact this little guy was designed to fly round towns, cities and small streets that makes it appeal to most. Yamaha's XSR125 is built upon the same foundations as the MT125 and R125 and brings with it all that you'd expect from a Japanese 125cc, as well as an abundance of good looks. Restyled to reflect the timeless styling that makes this category so special, it really does look the part. And whilst it's so lovely to look at, it's also well equipped and backed up by a long list of Yamaha's modern tech. From what I can see, Yamaha haven't scrimped on much. Where a lot of the Chinese bikes here use an air-cooled engine, Yamaha are using their very latest liquid-cooled engine along with ABS and full LED lighting. For a 125 to pack such strong equipment and cost only £4,450 is truly exceptional. The XSR125 is a real standout bike. That brings our top 10 125cc retro motorcycles list to an end. You'll have to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like what we do and get subscribed if you're new around here. For now, I'll see you on the next one.